Well, hello everybody and welcome to Jeff's Baking Blog. Today I'm going to make a golden syrup cake with almonds. And this is based on a honey cake recipe that I saw on King Arthur Baking, but I've adapted it slightly. But honey or golden syrup will both work perfectly well. And in the King Arthur recipe they used a round cake tin, and I'm going to use a square cake tin, reducing a 9-inch round tin is equal to an 8-inch square tin, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm using golden syrup because I made golden syrup a couple of years ago and I've never got round to using that, so I thought I would use it for this. I'm also going to use creme fraiche, but you could use sour cream or you could use yogurt. And I'm also going to put some almond extract in, just to give a little bit of extra flavour to the cake itself. And I start off by preheating the oven to 165 degrees Celsius, 145 degrees Celsius with a fan, 325 Fahrenheit. And I have greased an 8-inch, 20 centimetre square cake tin. But as I said, you could use a 9-inch round 23 centimetre cake tin if you wanted to. With that said, I'll go on to the ingredients. And for this, I have 140 grams, which is 1 cup of wholemeal flour. Now you could use, if you don't have wholemeal flour, you could use the same volume of plain flour. And I have also 100 grams, 2/3 of a cup, based on scooping packed flour into a 250 milliliter cup of plain flour. I have 170 grams, 12 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter, 340 grams, 1 cup of golden syrup, 4 medium eggs, which would be large in the USA, 57 grams, 3 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of creme fraiche, but as I mentioned, you could use yogurt or sour cream if you want to, 2 grams, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 3 grams, half a teaspoon of salt, 2.5 millilitres, half a teaspoon of almond extract, and 80 grams, 3/4 of a cup of flaked almonds. And the first thing I'm going to do is to put those flaked almonds into my cake tin. And I'm going to just spread those over. Like that. That's reasonably well covered. And I'm going to set that to one side. And then I'm going to put my 2 types of flour, my salt and my baking soda, bicarbonate of soda that is, for those who wonder, into a bowl. And I'm going to stir those around and get those mixed together. And as ever, I make a mess. Then I'll just set that to one side. And then in a larger bowl, I'm going to put my eggs, remove that bit of shell that I can see hanging around, and my butter, and my golden syrup. And with the golden syrup scraped out of my jug, I'm going to mix those together until they're combined. And it may curdle, but that doesn't matter because the flour will sort that out later. And that's all mixed together quite nicely, and as it looks a little bit curdled, but as I mentioned, that really doesn't matter at all because that's going to mix into the flour perfectly well. So then I'm going to put my dry ingredients in, and I'm just going to stir those until everything is combined. And that's quite nicely mixed, so I'm going to add in my creme fraiche, and I'm going to stir that for about a minute until that's fully combined, and make sure there's no dry spots of flour lurking on the bottom of the bowl. And that's quite nicely mixed, so I'm going to put that into my cake tin. I'm going to try and do it quite gently so that it doesn't displace the almonds too much. I'll just level that out a little bit, but it will level out in the oven, I'm sure. So I'm going to put that into my preheated oven for about 55 minutes until it rises up and it begins to come away from the sides, and I will test it with a skewer, and if that comes out clean, I'll take it out of the oven and leave it in the tin for about 10 minutes or so. Then I'll turn it out upside down onto a wire rack and leave it to cool completely, and once it has cooled completely I'll come back and show you the results. I baked the golden syrup with almonds cake for 55 minutes and it's baked up quite nicely. Now I realised as soon as I put it into the oven that I forgotten to put that little drop of almond extract into it because it was in a dish and it was clear and it just looked like an empty dish. However, that really doesn't matter. That would have given a very subtle hint of almond in the cake, but we still get the texture of the almonds from the flaked almonds. So I will include it in the recipe as an optional extra, basically. So having baked it for 55 minutes, it had risen up quite nicely and was beginning to come away from the edges. So I took it out of the oven and left it in the tin for 10 minutes. Then I turned it out onto a wire rack, and I've now let it cool down completely, and I've cut some slices, so I'll show you what it looks like. and it seems to have baked up quite nicely, as you can see. And you could do it as a round cake, you can do it as a square cake, and you can cut it into squares or however you want, basically. But it certainly looks nice and soft, and I'll have a taste of it. That's very, very good. Get the a wonderful texture from that combination of whole wheat and plain flour, and you get the sort of caramel overtones from the golden syrup. It's nice and moist as well. And although I didn't have any almonds in that particular bite, you would also have the crunch of the almonds when you bite into that part as well. So this is a very easy recipe, and it actually doesn't take very long. It bakes for 55 minutes, but the actual amount of work involved is no more than 10 minutes. So that's going to be it for this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there'll be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future. So until then, happy baking.